It's your boy JD.
And my name's Matt.
And we're here to review Ghost Recon Wildlands. This game is developed by Ubisoft Paris and published by normal Ubisoft. Not the same thing. It's essentially a game where we have to Americanize Bolivia.
Yeah,
we're sent in as DE agents here to bring the white man's justice.
The white man, yeah, and all other races.
Yeah, right. So yeah, you can be black in the game. You're
okay,
right.
yeah, you
so
can be black.
you have to go to Bolivia. Liberate Bolivia from a drug cartel that's recently rising up in power. How do we do that, Matt?
Well, what we do is we go around and we just complete a bunch of side missions, main missions.
It's very American.
Yeah, it's very sandboxy.
Yeah.
But it's great because you get to tag team up with your friends.
Which, I mean, it supports up to 4 players, which is cool. Definitely, primarily how you want to play the game. There's obviously, a skill tree in which you can kind of make your character sort of, my character could be focused on gadgets and his character's on explosives. So
or, you definitely can tailor each character how you want to play the game.
Right. I mean, eventually it all meshes together because you're like, there's only so far I can level up at this tree. But, I mean, at least initially it's kind of cool to be like, I don't have C4s. This guy does. So that works. The game's obviously open world, like we mentioned. Plenty of ways to get around. There's a fast travel system, of course. And then there's also, you could fly, helicopter, which you get comfortable.
Yeah.
Because the controls for that shit suck. Yeah. Or, you can fly in a plane, much more rare.
Right.
Or drive or take a motorcycle, which is fucking just glitched to fuck.
And then, there's plenty of options, especially with weapons. There are so many weapons in the game. We barely scratched the surface on them, but anything from shotguns, assault rifles, Uzis,
shotguns,
sniper rifles. I mean, sniper rifles.
Sniper rifles. Yeah, so it's got a weird attachment. You just fire it off. Yeah, I don't know what's up with them. 50 cals. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
But there's also many different ways to tackle a lot of the objectives. So, say for instance, you have to infiltrate, a particular base or whatever. You can go, hey, we're going to send drones in. We're going to send the rebels in. We're going to work with them and just go in guns blazing. We're going to go stealth. All kinds of options. Which brings me to the next point. Visually, how does this game stack?
Well, I think, between light and day, they definitely make it a point that, okay, it's darkness. You better have night vision on. They do not give you any sort of sight, so they definitely make you rely on night vision.
Yeah, night vision is given to you right off the bat, which is a pretty cool feature, all things considered. You'll actually be doing so many gunfights that you'll have night vision on during the day, and you're like, shit!
You're like, why? It's incredibly light. And then you're like, oh man, I've had night vision on way too long. All right, it's light time.
Pretty much. Yeah, and one of the interesting things is that the game is run on the Anvil Next engine. I honestly haven't heard about it. Apparently it's used in For Honor. Good for them. Highlights more of the shadows and the weather effects, which is where the game looks better.
Yeah, sunrise and sunsets are awesome. Definitely good there.
Just straight up night, maybe not so much. Character models, one of the things that they probably need to invest a little bit more into.
Right, you can only expect so much from a sandbox game though. Like, you're really gonna pay attention to the main characters. There's gonna be some just like pasted character models everywhere.
GTA did it, man. That's all I gotta say. But I mean, outside of that, sound-wise, let me hear what you think.
Oh, it was authentic. Your weapons. You shoot a sniper rifle, even though it's loud.
Silence.
Some people, no, even when it's loud, you're like, man, everybody a mile away should have heard that. They're still walking around. What was that noise?
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. Is you can, I mean, that's sort of a side note, but like you can bump up a sniper rifle, don't even give it a suppressor, and if you're far enough, they're not going to hear you.
Right.
Neat feature.
And there is bullet drop with a sniper rifle. Not as much as like, say, Battlefield or...
It's there.
It's there, it's just not as apparent.
Right. One of the cool things that they did it in the E3 demo and we thought they were fucking around was they're like, yeah, we're moving in. All right, nice shot, bro. Good kill. The characters do that technically themselves, which is nice.
Right. Yeah. It's not as much as you would think, but it happens a little more than often, and it's just like, okay, cool. But obviously, if you're playing with your friends, you don't need all that.
Yeah, I'm not going, nice shot, Matt. You really killed that guy.
Oh, you got my 6. Oh, to your 12 o'clock.
No, I'm going, fucking revive me! Or something like that, which does happen.
Yeah.
But they talk to each other. That's nice. One of the coolest things that I like is sort of the fact that, so if I'm sprinting, I hear the jingle of my backpack, right? I hear the little gadgets I got rocking around in there. All the C4. I'm getting ready to blow up on this dude. Which is, C4 is rubber, isn't it? No, it's clay. Right? Yeah. So
last time I saw C4.
You don't really hear it. It's just. But I mean, one of the cool things. Another neat thing is the lack of music.
Yeah, no, there is literally, unless you hop into a car, you'll be listening to kind of music.
Thank you.
But other than that, there really isn't any music. There's.
Can we get a scroll of? We here at the Edge do not support.
We do not support.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's kind of like if you put music in that game, you might be ruining.
Yeah, you might be taking it down from the kind of the classic, I guess, a military-esque version.
Tactical
of it.
kind of feel.
Yeah, if you're just like, dun, 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 you're like, no, you don't need all that.
Like, man, no, I couldn't hear that guy's footsteps.
Yeah.
So it works out. So as far as the pros go, your favorite pro, I take it?
Oh, I'm a big fan of co-op games. I love game I can play with my friends. This game absolutely just asks you, begs you to play in co-op.
Have friends.
Play with your friends.
Yeah.
Because it definitely rewards your ability to stretch the multiplayer in aspects that you can basically tailor this game the way you want it.
Right, and we pretty much played the whole game.
Yeah.
Co-op, and it was fine. Didn't really miss a beat.
Nope.
So, I mean, well, I did a couple missions. Well, not missions. I picked up items. I didn't do missions. And which brings me to my next point. There's a lot of shit to do. We can pretty much. He can, Matt could be at work or something, and I'll be like, oh man, I really want to play. So I'll just go get some gadgets because that's not progressing the story. And because there's so many different ways that you can tackle not only an objective, but the story, they need to accommodate that with different attachments and different, weapons and tools, which is our third pro. Not only just with the weapons themselves, but the character development. I pretty much played the game with the gas mask on.
Right, and then probably about, I don't know, I played a quarter of the game just with my original customization. But
Which
the good,
looks stupid.
I got tats up too. But the good thing, and then just kind of a good thing that Ubisoft does, is they applaud you for playing other games and getting achievements in other games. Because I rocked an Assassin's Creed hood for the remainder of the game, and obviously it was from playing Assassin's Creed. So
because you can't turn back.
Yeah, so it's great in that fact. So there's a lot of different customizations as far as the character. So your character will not just look like, there's not only like 4 presets. Yeah. You're like, shit, I have to be that person.
Either I'm black or I'm Asian. No, you get that. I mean, there's that too.
There's that white in there too.
There's a white guy. He's white.
Yeah.
I was tan.
I couldn't even see. I didn't even know you were tan.
No, actually,
I've never seen your face.
What's funny is you actually picked that model first. I was like, no, get off of that. Be the white guy, because I wanted to be, be more representative.
I need a tan. I need my olive skin.
Yeah. No.
I'm barely black.
Thanks, bud. Anyway, cons, fuckface. One of the biggest cons that we kind of noticed when we were playing through the game is this game absolutely should not and must not be played single player.
No.
It sucks all the fun out of it because now you've got 3 different AI guys that are essentially always following you around. They're always on group up. They're not going off doing their own thing. You don't have a guy that's like planting C4 for the getaway. You don't have a guy that's going, all right, I'll send a drone in, or I'll use my binoculars. You're all of that, and that sucks.
Yeah, it's just like playing Army of 2 by yourself.
Alone.
Army of 1, but 1 plus 1. Yeah, no, it's definitely it's a multiplayer game. Do not play it by yourself.
And by play it with others, we mean friends.
Yeah, I mean, you
don't
can jump
just matchmake.
Yeah, because if you do that, unless they have mics, I mean, but even then, you don't know. This guy might just be like, oh, screw it.
Fuck you guys. Yeah, no, fuck that. Another kind of interesting thing is there really isn't a story. There's more of a narrative. The narrative is essentially liberate Bolivia, but the story is, what kind of happens in between them. All that really happens is you bring a guy in after a major mission. You're going to snort cocaine. Yeah. We're going to rip your nails off. You're a bitch. And if you notice, both of the girls that we went after the girls. Nothing really happens.
Yeah, no, they didn't have it either.
They're like injured.
They support women's rights.
Yeah.
And not beating women.
Well, actually, they're pretty much damsels in distress because they pretty much sort of got off. Well,
Yeah,
not really.
except for that one.
They went to jail. We killed everyone else.
Yeah, no, everyone else, we were just like...
It was a genocide. And then lastly, the game kind of meshes together too much. Some of the areas you go to are going to be a little bit more bland. And what I mean by that is it's a lot of what you're used to. Mountains, jungles, fucking little bit of wilderness.
I think there's only maybe 3 areas that you can actually, because the map is huge, and I don't think we touched even all of it really. But there are, from where we saw, there were like 3 like really unique areas, and you knew when you were there, and they were cool because they were unique.
Yeah, they play the game differently.
Yeah, that's the fact, is that, you know, the only point is like, oh, I love this area because it's not like every other fucking area.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's why the con exists. Mm-hmm. So bottom line, what would you say purchasing price for someone?
You know,
why?
I would probably say 40, just because, I mean, you can beat this game in an hour.
What?
You probably could beat this game in an hour. You probably could. You only have to kill so many people just to open up the last boss and go in. It took us hours upon end because we
were at the edge, did not.
Obviously.
But I mean, yeah, that is true. I'd probably say for 30 and get your buddies together.
Yeah.
Get your old fire team from the Marine Corps together, work together and accomplish the task of closing with and destroying the enemy.
And invite that cool Air Force guy because, you know, he had it better than us. Air power.
I'm JD.
And I'm Matt.
I'm pissed off. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
War. Few.